2 weeks ago I bought this, the Xiaomi TV A Pro 43-inch 4K QLED display. Not because I'm some huge Xiaomi fan, but because my previous TV literally burned out and I needed a replacement. I wanted to try Xiaomi's ecosystem. I've been seeing their products everywhere, phones, smart home stuff, and I was curious if the TVs were actually good or just cheap. So I've been using this as my main TV for 2 weeks, Netflix, a bit of gaming, background noise, all of it. And today I'm giving you the most honest review. What's actually good, what's frustrating, and whether €251 for a 4K TV is worth it. Let's break it down. Why Xiaomi? Honestly, it was kind of random. I saw the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max phone and from the specs and appearance I liked it, but it's only available in China. And it got me thinking about Xiaomi's ecosystem. They make everything now, phones, smart home devices, TVs, and etc. I want to start exploring the products especially for home use, see if the ecosystem actually works together like Apple does. So when I needed a TV, Xiaomi seemed like the logical place to start. Let's start with the unboxing experience because it actually surprised me. Careful packaging, everything protected well. Inside you get the remote, battery, screws, the legs for the TV stand, manuals and cables, all in a plastic bag. Pretty standard but organized. Setup was smooth, screw the legs, they are plastic by the way, per the remote. The remote pairing was super easy, just set 2 buttons and it connects. The remote itself feels nice. Good button clicks, nice tactical feedback. It's a 360-degree Bluetooth remote, so you don't need line of sight. Works from anywhere in the room. One weird thing, to access a power outlet on the TV you have to unscrew a small screw and remove a plastic piece behind the TV. Not a deal breaker, but slightly annoying if you ever need to unplug it. Design-wise, this TV looks basic, but in a good way. It's not trying to be premium, it's just functional. Pretty thin bezels, which I like. Makes the screen feel bigger than it is. The overall look is simple, slightly modern. Build quality, it's a combination of plastic and metal. Most of the bag is covered in metal, which feels solid. The legs that support it are plastic, but they do the job. It's lightweight, 6.1 kilograms with a stand, easy to lift and move around if you need to. The stand is stable, but it wobbles easily if you bump the table. Not a huge issue for me since it's in my bedroom and I'm not constantly moving it, but worth mentioning. Ports are on the side and easy to access. 3 HDMI ports, one with EARC, one USB 2.0, composite AV in, Ethernet, optical audio out and a CI Plus load. Pretty good selection for the budget TV. Alright, picture quality. This is what actually matters. This is a 4K UHD display, 3840 by 2160 resolution. QLED panel, 94% DCI P3 color gamut, 1.07 billion colors, 60 Hz refresh rate with MEMC support up to UHD 60 Hz. In normal person terms, the picture is good. Colors are accurate, especially in HDR mode. It handles HDR10 and HLG. Not Dolby Vision, but at this price, I wasn't expecting it. It detects HDR automatically and prompts you to switch modes. HDR playback looks solid, bright highlights, good color depth for the price. Brightness is moderate, around 250 to 300 nits by my eye. It's fine for a bedroom or a room with controlled lighting, but if you have a super bright room with a lot of windows, you might struggle. The surface is reflective, so you get visible glare from lights or if you have a monitor nearby. In my bedroom setup, it's not a huge issue, but it's noticeable. Viewing angles, this is where it shows its budget roots. There's a noticeable color and brightness shift when you view it from above or the sides. Best image is when you are looking straight on, which is a typical VA panel behavior. Would I prefer better viewing angles? Yeah, but for how I use it, sitting or lying in bed mostly straight on, it's fine. If you are planning to have a bunch of people watching from different angles, this might be an issue. Motion handling is actually really good. I tested with sports content and gaming. I played Mortal Kombat 11 on Xbox and it handled motion well. Sometimes you can notice a bit of blur, but it's not distracting. For gaming, the experience was normal. Good motion, good colors, nothing crazy but nothing bad either. I didn't notice any input lag, which is great. Is this a gaming TV? No, but you can game on it casually? Absolutely. Audio. This TV has two 8-watt speakers, support Dolby Audio DTS-X and DTS Virtual-X. The sound is pretty good for a bedroom TV. I have it in my bedroom and when I activate the DTS Virtual-X setting, it does a pretty good job. You kind of feel it more surround, which is nice. It has different sound modes for movies and other content. I tried the DAC for dialogue enhancer, but I didn't notice any major differences. The bass could be better. On high volume you miss it a bit, but for normal viewing, Netflix, YouTube, casual stuff, it's fine. This runs Google TV, which is actually a good thing. Clean interface, access to all the major streaming apps, Chromecast built-in, Miracast support. It's powered by a quad-core A55 CPU and Mali G52 GPU with 2GB of RAM and 8GB of storage. Not a powerhouse, but it gets the job done. The UI isn't the smoothest, navigating between apps or going back to home can lag sometimes. The transitions between apps using the remote buttons are mostly good, but sometimes it lags. It's not constantly laggy, just occasional stutters. For the price, I can live with it. Here's something interesting. The Xiaomi Home app doesn't have an option to add this TV and control it, but it connects perfectly in the Google Home app as a Google TV device. The Google Home app gives you basic navigation controls for the TV. It works well, but I wish it had a sleep timer button. If you are feeling sleepy during a movie and your phone is closer than the remote, it'd be nice to set a timer quickly. The process to set a sleep timer on the remote is a bit long, so having quick access on the app would be convenient. Small thing, but worth mentioning. Voice control works well. You can use the voice button on the remote or through the Google Home app. Google Assistant is accurate and responsive, no complaints there. One quick, when the TV is on screensaver and you press a button, it takes you back to the home screen or back to profiles on Netflix, depending on where you were and how long the screensaver has been on. I would prefer it to stay where I left it, but some people might like the first start. It's a minor thing. So, after 2 weeks of actual use, here's what my experience has been. I use this mostly for Netflix, sometimes for listening to music, and of course as background TV, like most of us these days. It's in my bedroom, which is mostly a dark room with one window. If I open the blinds fully, I get plenty of light, and the glare becomes noticeable. But most of the time I'm watching with controlled lighting and it's fine. Viewing distance varies. Sometimes I'm about a meter away, sometimes 2 meters. For a 43-inch TV, that's pretty ideal. Boot time from power on is not the slowest, but not the fastest either. It's fine, nothing to complain about, nothing to praise. The biggest annoyance after 2 weeks, the lagging when switching apps or navigating the UI. It's not constant, but it happens enough to be noticeable. If I could change one thing, it'd be the panel viewing angles. I wish the colors and brightness stayed consistent even when the viewing from above or the sides, but that's a limitation of the VA panel, and at this price you can expect IPS quality. So here's the big question. Is this TV worth €251? For what I use it, for bedroom TV, Netflix, casual gaming, background noise, absolutely. It has everything I need with some limitations, but for what you pay, it's a pretty solid choice. Who should buy this? If you need a TV for a bedroom or a small room, this is perfect. If you want a budget 4K TV for casual everyday use, movies, Netflix and chill, this works great. Even if you put it in a living room and you are okay with the 43 inches, you are gonna have a good experience. The picture is good, the smart features work, and it does what a TV should do. Who shouldn't buy this? Hardcore gamers. There are better options with higher refresh rates and better motion handling. If you need perfect viewing angles for a room where people watch from different spots, this isn't it. If you have a bigger space or living room where you want a centerpiece TV, you will probably want to spend more and get something larger with better specs. And remember, I bought this partly to explore Xiaomi's ecosystem, and honestly I'm interested in trying more of their products. The TV itself is solid for the price, and if there are other smart home products integrated well, that could be a real advantage. Would I buy this again? For a bedroom? Yes. For my main living room TV? Probably not, but that's not what this is for. Any regrets? No. For 251 euros I got a 4K QLED TV that does everything I need. Could I have spent more and gotten better? Sure. But I didn't need better. I needed good enough, and this is more than good enough. So that's my honest review of the Xiaomi TV A Pro 43" after 2 weeks of daily use. The good, solid picture quality for the price, decent built-in sound, Google TV works well, good port selection, easy setup, and it's 251 euros. The not so good, occasionally UI lag, reflective screen with glare and limited viewing angles. Is it perfect? No. Is it a good budget TV? Absolutely. If you are looking for a second-tier TV or a bedroom TV and you don't want to spend a lot, this is a solid choice. And if you are curious about Xiaomi's ecosystem like I am, this is a good entry point to see if the products are worth exploring. That's it. If you want more honest tech reviews like this, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this TV or if you are considering buying it. See you in the next one.